right, everybody. Good morning to you. How are you doing? I'm so glad that you're spending some time with me this morning. Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I'm glad that your family's doing well. I'm glad that you're doing well. I know you're out the door or about to be out the door, or you're looking at me on your phone or whatever. I just appreciate your time this morning. So you don't know who I am. Let me introduce myself. My name is David M. Kingston, go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor, but I'm also a family restoration specialist, which means I come to rebuild your family dynamic. I'm helping to grow not just you, but your family, your kids, your grandkids, your niece, your nephew, your family. If it's 2, 3, 5, 8, doesn't matter to me, because I believe in family, and I believe family is our cornerstone, not just in America and our human race, to build adults, build them to where they need to be, give them that hope, give them that strength that they need, every family. So with that, welcome. And I hope that you're doing well. Listen, what I want to talk about today is it's a little sensitive, but it is something that, again, is on my mind. And this doesn't happen with every family, right? This does not happen with family, but I do believe that sometimes there are unrealistic expectations that parents put on their children, like this pressure. Now, there were expectations that I've had. There's expectations that I have for my son that are realistic. I'm talking about expectations of things that are unrealistic, putting pressures on children when they know that they don't say that they can't do it, but that pressure to live up to a particular standard. And if that child doesn't live up to that particular standard, then that parent or guardian thinks less of or less than that child. And that child feels that. Does that make sense? Because a lot of kids do feel that pain. They feel that pain when they feel that they have done their best, but that parent or guardian makes them feel insignificant. It makes them feel that their efforts that they put in, that time that they put in, wasn't really anything. And that child will suffer and continue to suffer if that is not changed. If that child is not told, well, I appreciate what you have tried. Maybe you didn't get the grade that you wanted to get, but you tried, or you worked hard towards it. And it's not saying that every parent does this, but a lot of parents have unrealistic expectations and heavy pressures on their child. And you don't realize what that can do to your child when you put so much pressure on them to be this person or do things that they might not even be interested in, but they're doing it because you're telling them to do it. So let me give you an example. If a child is, have their SATs, and of course any parent will want their child to get a 1,500 on the SATs. I know they're not big as they used to be. They still are, maybe in certain areas, but I know here in New York you could take them, but I don't believe that they're really big. Anyways, my point is, you want to get your child to get a 1,500, but they get a 1,350, or maybe let's say 1,375, maybe 1,400. It's not a 1,500, but it's about 1,375, 1,400. But you tell that child you didn't try. I know you did. I'm just giving an example. You didn't try. You didn't put your best foot forward. You pretty much saying you embarrassed me. I know you didn't try hard. I'm giving you an example because this is stuff that happens. This is the stuff that can really break relationships, that can make relationships feel very isolated. It can bring a lot of tension in the home when you're putting unrealistic pressures, or to be a part of a sports team and they haven't won a lot of games, but you putting the pressure on that particular child, not the team, just that particular child to play. Now, again, hear me. Any parent want their child to do the best that they can, right? Do the best that they can. Get the best grades, get all A's, SAT 1500, get all the awards and trophies, right? Let's be honest, we all want that. Well, most of us do. I do. I'm not lying, because I know my son is an achiever, right? But one thing that I have learned by being a parent, if you know that your child has done the best that they can, you celebrate what they have accomplished. You don't make them feel that what the effort that they put in was nothing. See, when you do that to a child, you have broken their spirit and their confidence in themselves. I know this is tough to hear, but parents, guardians, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, when you put unrealistic expectations on that child, your grandchild, and they don't mount up to that level of excellence that you're looking for, and I said parentheses, that level of excellence, and it continues, and you just do it you never say good job, you can get it the next time, I believe in you. It's always, you didn't do good enough. I don't think you tried hard enough. This is what I'm talking about. Saying these kind of things, you're pulling down the child that they'll just stop. I've seen children that were getting straight A's. They were doing all these different sports. They were in all these clubs. They was doing all these great things. But the pressure, the amount of pressure that the parent or guardian was giving them, it was too much. And I've seen children quit. I've seen kids stop studying. I've seen kids just almost like you could say, just give up, because the pressure was so much. But then you know what happens? They'll have a teacher or they'll have a friend, a parent, give them more accolades than their own parent. And the parent wonder why, well, why didn't that child tell me that they got an A this particular time? Why didn't they tell me they did this and they did that? Because they have lost that trust in that area, or trust for all, but they've lost trust with you, because you have made them feel so insignificant, so small, that they don't even want to come to you and talk to you about what they have accomplished. Because every time that they do something, you always got some kind of negative response. And again, I told you, this is not hard to talk. I mean, this is not hard. This is hard. This is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. It's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not easy to talk about. It's not easy to talk about this. But when you put so much pressure on your child, what do you expect? If I'm offending you, please forgive me, but we got to talk about these things. There's so many things to talk about. When that unrealistic expectation that you put on your child, I'm telling you, if you really just recognize, just for a moment in this live this morning, are you putting a lot of pressure on your child? Are you allowing them to be an individual as they grow up? Are they living up to your standard? Or are you learning who they are and looking at what they're good at, and then helping them develop areas that they're not good at, but telling them what they have already accomplished as well? I'll give you another example. My son, he was dealing with some things with school, right? It was his first year in high school, so he was just dealing with some things. Now, if I was a parent that just has unrealistic expectations, so every time that he is least trying, I'm jumping on him. That's not good enough. Nope, this ain't good enough. I don't want to hear no excuses. This not good enough. Every time. You think he gonna come to me? You think he gonna come to me and tell me, well, Dad, I need help, or can I talk to you about something? If I'm always shutting the door of opportunities to talk or even just to listen, you think he gonna come to me all the time? No, he not gonna come to me. He gonna go to his mother, or he gonna go to a friend. He gonna go to somebody else. And I don't mind him talking to his mother. I'm saying I want him to be able to come to me and talk to me if he's struggling with something and my expectations are so high. Yes, and I'm gonna be honest, as a father, my expectations for my son are high. But I also meet him where he is and say, listen, son, I know this didn't work out so well, but I believe in you. And I don't just say it, just lip service. I show it too. You got to show your child, your grandchild, that you mean what you say. You say what you mean, not always in a negative way, but in a positive way. Say what you mean. If you believe that they can do it, show them. Show them that you believe in them. And stop putting so much pressure on them that they can't amount to. They can't get to that level. It's a process, but they need you to set the standard and to make them believe. Allow them to believe in themselves enough. Like, even though, man, I didn't get it, but I know I could do it because I got my mom, I got my dad, I got my grandma, I got family around it. I know I could do it. Because the next time they take that SAT, the next time they get on that field, the next time they're taking that other test, or they're doing something, they're going to do better because they have the confidence and they got support of you. So whatever unrealistic, I said unrealistic expectations that you have of your child, take that limit off. Meet the child, your grandchild, where they are to help them because they need you more than you know. You don't want them to go to somebody else and plead their case and get more affirmation and confirmation. You want them to get that from home. I'm stressing this for a reason. If we can just take a little bit more time at home to develop our children, we can develop our youth and tell them they can do this, that they have it inside of them. Imagine what kind of person they will become, what individual they will become, what adult they will become, what father, what mother that they'll be becoming. It starts now, it starts at home. That affirmation. You can do it. I believe in you. I know you didn't get that grade that you wanted to get. I know you didn't get that game-winning shot, but practice. I'll help you practice. I might not be able to shoot, but I'll be there. That's what our children need. That's just from my heart. I hope you just take what I said from my heart because I want to help your family rebuild and grow because I believe in you. And if you are interested and you saying, I just been struggling in this area, DMP Speaks, I need some help in this area. I really need some coaching on how to help my child because I am struggling. It's okay to admit that you're struggling. I struggled one time. I struggled, but I made the change that I needed to make. In Parent Garden, I believe in you. I really do. I believe that you can make the change. So I'm offering my assistance and my services. If you're interested in transforming your family, I want you to click the link on my social media page. I want you to click the link And I want you to sign up for your free 30-minute consultation call with yours truly. And let me help rebuild your family dynamic. Listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I want you to catch me tomorrow. I said next week. I think it's Friday. Tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Family Morning Transformation. Everybody have a great morning and a great day. I love you. Peace.